My 33 male daughter, 16 female, got into an argument with her brother, 15 male, because she sometimes doesn't wear bras around the house. She's still covered, but she just wears a t-shirt instead. She said that wearing bras are painful and it makes her uncomfortable. So I didn't mind it. However, my son recently started expressing his discomfort and saying that it makes him uncomfortable and she should start wearing bras again. My daughter heard this and got upset and saying that she wasn't bothering anyone. He said that he was bothered by it and that she should cover up. I told her that if he's uncomfortable, then maybe she can just put on a bra when she leaves her room. She got upset and told me that it's unfair that she has to wear a bra when her brother doesn't have to cover his man boobs. He got upset at this and accused her of making fun of him. I told him that she wasn't making fun of him and told him that it was a fair statement. I told him that if she's also uncomfortable, then he should start wearing a shirt when he leaves his room. He started crying and accused me of calling him fat, which confused me as those words never came out of my mouth. I felt bad and wanted to let my son know that he misinterpreted what I meant, but when I went to talk to him, he just told me to leave him alone and wouldn't stop crying, so I decided to give him some space. My wife told me that I know how sensitive our son could be about his weight and I should have been nicer about it. This made me feel extremely bad and I tried to apologize to him again, but he just ignored me and wouldn't even speak or look at me. I thought I was just being fair, but I don't know. Comment 1, NTA. It doesn't sound like you said anything about his weight. I wonder why he felt the need to complain about his sister's lack of bra and why he is under the impression he should be able to dictate what she wears, and then, when he got pushback from his sister, he started crying. I think whatever caused this behavior in him is the root of the problem and is far more important than his sister's bra status. Is he being teased about his sister at school? Is he developing a fixation over her? OP. I'm not sure. I tried talking to him about it, but he just said that he was uncomfortable with it. This was before his sister overheard. I don't think he's being teased about his sister at school, but Emma, just pray it's not the other thing. Someone leaves a long comment about how they can see both sides. Yeah, I understand and took his comfort into consideration, which is why I told her that she should cover up when she leaves her room. But she pointed out that it was unfair since her brother didn't cover up as well. So I just decided that they should both cover up if they are making each uncomfortable. She didn't get offended by this, but he did. Someone insinuates OP is an idiot and made mistakes having children in the first place at his age. No, I had my daughter at 16 and my son at 17. My daughter and my son aren't mistakes. Yes, we'd wish we had them later on, but we didn't. I don't need you judging me on that since that's not what this was about. Top comment. Tell your son that it is not any woman's job to make him comfortable. He shouldn't be looking at his sider's boobs anyway. Comment 2. Why is brother being insensitive to sister, then cries when it comes back to him? OP, you were fair, no need to apologize. If bro got hurt, then he shouldn't have been commenting on sis in the first place. If you can't take it, then don't give it out. I guess bro got his just desserts. Also, it's plain weird for brother to be making such comments. Sister has every right to be comfy in her own home. This is her safe space. Make that clear to all. Sis doesn't need to be self-conscious of her body because some muppet couldn't keep comments to themselves. OP. Yeah, I definitely made a mistake. I talked to my daughter this morning about the situation, and she seemed understanding and I apologized to her. However, when I tried talking to my son, he just kept telling me to leave him alone. I think my son thought I was putting down on him when I told him he needed to cover up. 2. My wife told me to give him some space until he's ready to talk to me again. Ada has no consensus bot, but top comments were NTA. Update. You guys were right about her bra size being too small. My wife got her a bigger bra size and got some with adjustable straps as well because she said that the straps were also causing her pain. She, however, still doesn't wear a bra when she's home, and I apologized for suggesting she do so. Other than that, she's just been her same old self. However, my son has not. This Tuesday, my son started therapy to hopefully help him deal with his body image and his sensitivity to certain topics. He has apologized to his sister, 16F, but has still been withdrawn from me and his sister, but mostly me. My son spends most of his time in his room and only engages in conversation with his mom and occasionally with his sister. Despite my attempts to apologize to him and let him know my intentions weren't meant to harm him, he still barely talks to me, and the rare time that he doesn't sound enthusiastic at all. Yesterday, I caught him crying in his room, which was about 2 hours after his second therapy session, and I tried to talk to him, but he just asked me to get his mom instead. When I talked to my wife about it, she told me that our son told her that he'd prefer she didn't tell me and that she'll honor his wishes. I've never been more confused in my life. I feel like my son hates me now and I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just planning on trying to talk to his therapist next Tuesday because my wife isn't really any help. Comment 1. It doesn't give me pleasure to say this to his father, but your son kinda sucks tbh. Not in just a Reddit, always take the girl's side and the boy is evil way, but like truly, I'm a 28M who grew up with 7 sisters. I truly can't imagine saying that them wearing any kind of clothing would make me uncomfortable. If they were sick and needed it, I would wipe their ass for them. We are family. I don't think of them in any kind of way that would cause discomfort, and it concerns me that your son does. And he feels like he can talk about other people's bodies, but as soon as his is mentioned, he starts crying because he is sensitive? If that was my son, this is when the toughening up would begin, because it sounds like he is soft as cotton candy but not nearly as sweet. OP. My wife never liked the phrase toughen up, and telling him that I feel would only make it worse. His sister is definitely tougher than he is physically and mentally. Not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of the norm as of now. His mom always coddled him and his sister and his sister. His sister kind of grew out it, but he never did. I guess that's why he only feels comfortable talking to his mom rather than me, and it still hurts. Comment 2. I'm 99% sure his therapist won't tell you a single thing, and you will just make it worse in his mind by asking the therapist to tattle on him, as he will feel he has no safe space because you won't allow him one. OP. I wasn't going to ask his therapist about their conversations they have been having. I was just going to ask him for advice about the situation and let him know how my son refuses to engage in conversation with me. Would that not be appropriate? My wife tells me everything is fine, but doesn't let me know what our son and her talk about, and I feel like I have no one else to turn to. Comment 2. Does he get picked on for being heavier? I wonder if a big insecurity got hit by you, and that's going to take a long time to heal. You don't expect a father to hit at your insecurities. I'm not saying the son was right about the sister thing. I'm the youngest of 4, only boy. 1 year we had a bra on the Christmas. But I think he feels he got hit below the belt. OP, he used to get picked on during elementary school, but as he went to middle school, he told me that the bullying stopped. I did realize my mistake after I saw how it upset him, and I apologized to him to show him it wasn't my intention. His sister also apologized to him as well, but I feel like it was mainly on me, as I definitely didn't handle the situation correctly. Downvoted comment. He needs an exercise plan, not a therapist. My son can be classified as overweight, but he has come a long way. He was 221 and is now 189. His goal weight is 140, so I feel like he's making progress. I don't see how exercise is more important than having a therapist when it's very easy to do both. OP expands on what he meant by caught him crying. I never said he was doing something wrong by crying, nor did I imply it. When I said I caught him crying, that's what I did. He was crying and I saw him crying.